Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a break from the new garage because we're waiting for concrete, and we're going to give a little bit of a facelift here to the old garage. Let me show you what prompted this. So a couple months ago, Kyle from Spicer Designs, which is another YouTube channel, reached out to us and said, hey, I want to make you guys a metal logo. Do you have a spot in mind where you think you could use one? And I said, absolutely. This spot back here next to the wood stove, this is kind of our, makeshift studio where we do a lot of our sponsored videos in front of the wood stove with the fire burning in the background. And I thought it would look really cool up on this wall here. It kind of balances out the TV standing over there. And the one thing about this though, is I can't stand looking at this pink board. It just looks unfinished, unprofessional, and I really want to spruce up this back corner, and having this sign here is going to give us the kick in the pants we need to get it done. So that is the plan for today, is we're going to go back in the woods, mill up some logs, and create some indoor rough cut siding to put back here so we've got a nice backdrop for this new beautiful sign that Kyle sent us. If you guys haven't seen Spicer Designs, they're a very small channel right now, but I think they've got a lot of potential for future growth. They do a lot of tractor stuff. He's got a Coyote tractor with a cab. They do a lot of metalworking. He's got a plasma cutter, CNC machine. A lot of interesting projects over there on Spicer Designs. He actually sent us all the footage of creating this sign. I'm going to play you guys a little bit of that right now, but if you want to see the full length video, he's going to be posting a video on how he made this sign.
All right, so I'm going to open up the file that I already made for Hometown Acres. So basically this is going to communicate with the CNC table, and we'll get everything set up here and then we can start cutting. All right, the cut is all done. In case you were wondering, since I sped up the footage on this took about 22 minutes to cut this one piece right here. You can adjust the cut speed, but I kind of found a sweet spot around 60 inches per minute, so I try to keep it in that range. But we'll go ahead and get this thing cleaned up. We'll get it on the fab table over there, and we'll start doing a little bit of fabrication of this thing, and we'll be done.
Just wanted to say thanks again to Kyle at Spicer Designs for making and sending us this sign. Don't forget, go check out Spicer Designs on YouTube. I'll leave a link down below. Anyway, let's head back in the woods and start finding a log to cut up for the siding in here. Well, I think we have a winner. This is a pretty good looking cherry tree here. I measured from either side of the wood stove. We need about 8 feet. And I think out of this tree here, we ought to be able to get 3 sticks 8 feet long. Good size in diameter. It's probably, I don't know, 18 inches in diameter. Not a real big one, but it's close to the trail. And as you can see, the top there has a little bit of rot in it. So this tree isn't gonna last much longer. So it'll be a good candidate to take down and make some use out of it. The only downside is it is right on the edge of a ravine and it's leaning that way. So I'll probably just drop it down the ravine there, and then I'll bring the excavator up, hook a tow rope up to it, and pull it back up to the trail up here. You can see the side-by-side sitting right there. So that's how close we are to the trail. Anyway, let's go ahead and get suited up and get this tree on the ground.
what she said.
guys, so here's what the finished product looks like. Before we wrap this one up, I wanted to talk about a few things. The first one is that last night, before Doug left, he scrounged up a couple of scraps and created this awesome live edge floating balk shelf. Just another example of neighbor Doug being neighbor Doug. The second thing is that Log Arch by Easy Boardwalk is way safer and faster for getting logs out of the woods when you're carrying long distances. If you've only got a short distance to go, the advantage to the grapple is that you don't have to manhandle the log at all. There's no setup time to get it loaded up and moving. You just pick it up with the grapple and be on your way. With a Log Arch, you've got a little bit more setup time to get it ready to move, but once you're moving, your ground speed is so much faster with the Log Arch because you don't have to worry about, you know, overloading your front loader and tipping the tractor over and all that. You saw a couple times my back tires were coming up off the ground and I kind of had to creep out of the woods. So if I was only moving the logs about 100 yards, I'd say go with the grapple, but we were carrying these from the back of the property all the way out of the woods to the sawmill. It was probably close to a mile on the trails, so the Log Arch was definitely the way to go. The third thing is, if you've got a sawmill at home and you're gonna try doing something like this with the live edge slabs, my recommendation is mill more than you think you're gonna need. The way that our tree fell and hit the other side of the ravine, it put a big split up through the middle of the log, and I think we had probably 10 slabs that we couldn't use out of those 3 logs because there was a crack going all the way up through them, and we only had 5 good slabs left over to finish this wall. And the last thing you wanna do is have to run back up, go get another tree, start milling again when you're already underway, hanging your slabs on the wall. The fourth thing is, this came together way better than I had pictured. When I originally found this idea online, somebody was using these live edge slabs to side the exterior of their shed, and their logs were a little bit more crooked than this cherry tree was, and it looked just a little bit too rustic. I think having the straighter live edges really helped make it look a little bit more professional. It still looks rustic, but professional at the same time. Also, the red and the cherry matches the brick really well. Actually, as Doug said before he left, this whole wall here just screams Hometown Acres, and I couldn't agree more. Lastly, I want to remind everybody to go check out Kyle at Spicer Designs. I'll put a link down in the description below to his YouTube channel. And Kyle, I want to say thanks again for sending us this sign and giving us the spark we needed so that I'm not staring at this pink board for the next 2 years. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.